today I'm going to show you how to create a Google Ads campaign from scratch. We'll be looking at one particular campaign, which will be the search campaigns, and these are the ads that you see when you type in and do a search in Google, and you'll see them usually at the top of the search results. So let's dive in. The first thing you do is you log into your Google Ads account, and obviously you'll want to go to campaigns. You'll have the overview section, which is currently highlighted, and then you'll select a new campaign. So when your new campaign is launched, then you can go to what is your campaign objective. So you need to choose an objective, what works with your goals and what works with your website. So there's different objectives to work through. The most common ones that you would usually come across is either sales, which is obviously more for e-commerce websites, and leads, which is probably more for more services based sites looking for leads either through a contact form, email, or a phone call. You can also go to website traffic to get the right people to visit your website if you want to just target volumes of people coming to your site. There's also app promotion. So if you're an app and you want to try and promote the app through Google Ads, you can get more installs, engagement, and pre-registrations for your app as well. For more brand awareness, so you want to create awareness and consideration campaign, then you may choose this, especially if you're a new brand, or you have a new product out, or you have a new service you want to try and drive more awareness and consideration. You can choose this one. This is for more local businesses. So people and businesses in the surrounding local areas may choose local shop visits and promotions. And also you can create a campaign without guidance. So in this example, I'm going to choose create a campaign without guidance because this is just an example, but you can choose the different ones that you see fit to your website. So I'm going to hit create a campaign without guidance. And then down here, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I will be looking at search campaigns. So we'll just dive into the search campaign, but these are the ones what you can choose, but we'll just focus on the search ones for now because this is the main focus of this video. I do not have any conversions goals set up, but there's a submit leads form conversion that I can take. And this is, again, a step what you'll have to use and also make sure that you choose correctly because you need to make sure your conversions are being tracked. And this will be on another video that I will do. But for the sake of moving on with the video, we'll go and choose this action, submit lead forms, and we'll continue. I want people to come to my website and then book a call in with me in order to create a lead or a conversation around how I can help them with their Google Ads or SEO. So I want people to come to my website and drive visits to my site. So I'm going to click website visits and then I'll just type in my website quickly. So it's swaydigital.co.uk. Continue. Campaign name. So you want a campaign name that is obviously associated with your campaign and associated with your kind of goal or your kind of website name. So with your campaign name, you want to choose a campaign that is descriptive, that is concise, and is consistent, using a clear structure that helps identify the campaign's purpose and target audience. So you can have different examples there. So you could have a marketing objective. So you can create the campaign name around marketing objectives. So, for example, lead generation, contact form, or if you're a product and you're looking to sell a product on your website, the campaign might be t-shirts for women or summer sale. And the campaign might be for targeting parents around kids' toys and having a discount like a sale. But for this example, I'm going to call my campaign name as marketing objective generate leads. So that's my marketing objective, is to generate leads. So I'm going to create a campaign name based around that. So continue. So this is where you can choose your bidding goal. And as you can see here, we have conversions, conversion value, and other options to optimize. So you can optimize for clicks and impression share. So let's go through a quick rerun of what those might be. So a conversion is a specific action you want users to take after interacting with your ads. So examples might be including purchases, form submission, phone calls, or app downloads. And this is what I will choose because I want to target people who submit a lead form and I want to track conversions. And it's important that your conversion tracking is set up so you can measure the performance and optimize your bidding strategy. So this is conversions. And you have conversion value, and the conversion value is signed monetary, so it's worth each conversion. So conversion values assign a monetary value worth to each conversion. So this allows you to understand the true impact of the business and the impact your campaigns are having. But it goes beyond that because you're counting one conversion might be worth £100 or might be worth £20. So you add a value to that conversion. The other ones that you can choose from is clicks. And clicks are based on the number of times a user clicks your ad. So you want to focus on the amount of times a user clicks your ads. Clicks are a basic measure of ad performance and user engagement. And finally, also have impression share. And impression share indicates the percentage of times your ad was shown compared to the total number of times it could have been shown. So this helps you understand how your ads are being displayed relatively to your competitors. So high impression share means your ads are being shown frequently, while low impression share indicates your ads may not be visible as they could be. And if you start a new campaign and you don't have much data, I would either choose clicks or conversions. You want to maximize your conversions. Conversion value, if you have a product or an e-commerce store, and also impression share as well, but I probably wouldn't do impression share to begin with. It's either going to be conversions or clicks. So clicks is one way, because you get clicks, you can start to drive more traffic to your site. So you focus on the clicks, so you get more traffic to your site. That means you're getting loads more data. And this data then can be used to improve and optimize the campaign. So conversions as well, maximize your conversions. I'm going to choose this because I have set a goal for submission of my lead form. Maximize conversions. And you can set a target, a cost per acquisition, but I wouldn't do this for now because if you have a new campaign, you don't really know how much it is going to cost to acquire a customer. So I'd leave that blank, and then maybe later on, after it's been running for a couple of months, come back so you can find out the cost per acquisition of how much it costs to generate a lead. So we'll leave that blank. And also you can bid for new customers only. And bidding for new customers is probably a strategy where you're looking to expand your customer base to maximize potential new buyers. And also this can be used only if you're just focusing on new customers whose customers not really interact with your business before. There's one thing that you need to bear in mind, that this will probably cost you more as well because you're trying to acquire new customers. So the focus is going to be acquiring new customers, so it's going to cost a bit more money. The cost per acquisition is usually more. But in this case, I am not going to select that because I'm trying to create a new campaign, which is for everyone. So this is an important step. And when you hit networks, you can see you have a couple of options here. You have the Google Search Partner Network recommended and the Google Ads Network recommended as well. And what I would do is I would select both of these. The reason why is because Google tends to waste ad spend, especially on the Google Display Network, because ads can appear on relevant sites, videos, and apps across YouTube and the internet when you have leftover search budget. In addition, you have Google Search Partner Network, so ads can appear near Google search results on the other Google Search Partner websites. When people search for terms that are relevant to your keyword, search partners can include hundreds of non-Google websites, public domain, as well as YouTube and Google sites. But I would untick this because we want full control of where our ads are going to be shown. And when you can see it includes hundreds of non-Google websites, we don't know what those websites are. we can't really have a look to see how they're performing. So I'm just going to untick both of these boxes so we can just focus on having our search ads in Google. So I would untick both those boxes, and also this will help with your budget as well, so you're not going to be wasting money on areas you're not too sure that's working. Next up is locations. And again, another example where Google can take money from you. So it doesn't really matter if you're on all countries, all territories, UK, or enter another location, but because we're in the UK and I want to target people in the UK only, I'm just going to select United Kingdom. You can go and enter other locations, and you can say add in towns or cities. So you could type in Manchester, include, and have that just targeting Manchester. But for the sake of this campaign, I'm going to choose United Kingdom. And this is important because this option here gives you two options. And one thing to note is you can choose presence or interest. And one thing to note here is that, so presence or interest, this option extends your ad reach to users who have shown interest in your targeted locations, even if they're not currently there. For instance, if you want to say a bakery in Manchester, your ad could be shown for someone who searched for bakeries in Manchester from another location. And I usually just have it on presence. So this option restricts your ad visibility to users who are physically located in your targeted area and who regularly spends time there. So I just focus on people who are present in the physical location. Why? Because someone, say, from France may be searching for the agencies in Manchester just to do some research. They might not be interested in booking with me or filling out a contact form. And what you find is that you might be wasting ad spend because you're going to get people who are interested in that location. So it doesn't really mean that they want to do business with you. They maybe just be interested in that location, doing some research, or maybe coming on holiday there. So I would take that out and have just presence. So this really focuses on people who are just in the UK, and you're not going to get people who are interested in coming to the UK. So just focus on presence because you're not wasting any ad spends. Another thing to be aware of, that when you create a new campaign, for example, I'm going to create a campaign which is based in the UK. So my primary language is going to be people who speak English because I'm based in the UK. So all I want is to target customers who their primary language is English and they are based in the UK. If I wanted to do another campaign that wanted to target people who spoke Arabic, it is recommended that I would create another campaign separate from this. Do not add different languages in there because Google won't translate the copy. So what I would do is create another campaign and then target language. But when I do the ads, I'll make sure that the headlines and descriptions is based in Arabic because I'm targeting a customer. So this box here does not change or translate the information or the content. So I just focus, if you want to focus on UK market, focus on English speaking people because it's the primary language in the UK. But like I said, if I was going to target Arabic speaking, then create a separate campaign and then use translations. So it's in Arabic as well. So it's a good test as well. So you can do like an A/B test of the different languages as well to see which one performs better. So that's just a thing to bear in mind, that when you start typing in different languages, it doesn't translate it, just something to bear in mind. Next, we'll look at audience segments. So if you click on audience segments, and this will give you a list of options to choose from when you click on browse. Because I've not created any audience segments before, we'll have to browse this and then you can see the different levels of audience segments you can choose. And basically Google Ads audience segments are groups of people who are defined by their interests, demographics, behaviors, which advertisers then can target in their campaigns. So these segments help reach users and who are more likely interested in products or services, potentially leading to better engagement and higher conversion rates. So what I would do is click on the different segments and audiences, and then you can have a look to see which ones is suited to you. So you have different ones here. Who they are, so that's more associated with demographics. You have what are their interests and habits, is something what Google finds as affinity, what they are actively searching or planning in market, how they interact with your business, your data segments, and how you can combine audience segments as well. So affinity segments, which is what their users, what their interests and habits are, this is basically means you can reach users based on their interests and habits. Self-explanatory. And then you have detailed demographics. You can reach users based on long-term life facts, age, parental status. Also, you can have a look at in-market segments, so you can reach users actively researching or considering purchasing a product or service. So these are different ones as well. So you've got data segments, you can reach users how they're interacting with your business, including website visits and customer lists. But I don't have any in there at the moment. If you look at this, none in there because you need to build up audiences first. But the ones what are available are, so you've got your detailed demographics, so you can choose which ones you want to target. I would just probably go straight into what are their interests and habits. And it's a difficult one because my customers, my audience are people who are interested in digital marketing, who want PPC, who want SEO. So you're looking at different categories here. So what are their interests? I'll probably choose technology. And also I'll probably choose business professionals. And also you can choose different targeting for this campaign. So you can choose observation or targeting. And in this, I will choose observation because I want to narrow the reach of my campaign. I don't want to narrow the reach of the campaign. I'd only narrow the reach of the campaign if I was targeting particular segments, such as if I've created an audience list for people who say, come to my website and I just want to target them, I will probably choose targeting. But for this example, I don't want to narrow it down because I want to try and broaden my reach because it's more of a consideration campaign. Now, finally, you move on to the next session after setting your audience segments, and then you can look at page feeds, but because this is a search campaign, page feed is not available because this is Performance Max only, so you can ignore this. And then you move on to more settings. And here you can see ad rotation. So I always leave it as optimized, prefer the best performing ad. Makes sense. Unless you're doing some testing, I would just recommend sticking to this. I'm not going to put a start and end date on because I'm going to carry it through, and this is just an example. Ad schedule, what I would tend to do is just run it, say, Monday to Fridays from, say, 7 till 6. Just so it's in between your working hours and the office hours, just in case they need to ring you or contact you. If you're out on weekends, if they want to try and call you. So we'll move on to the next one. AI Max for search campaigns. So just to touch on, this is a new feature what Google has added in, AI Max for search campaigns. Let's run it through. So get the best AI-powered performance on Google search. Advertisers that activate AI Max in search will typically see 14% or more conversions or value at a similar cost per acquisition or return on ad spend. So you can optimize your campaign with AI Max, and this will automatically use text from your website, landing pages, ads to create customized ad copy, and it will send traffic to the most relevant URL that is likely to perform in the search results. Now, after reading that, I am not confident in allowing AI Max to automatically run this because one, look where it gets its text from your landing pages. Look where it gets its text to create the headlines from landing pages, and it uses this to create assets to create customized ad copy. So your landing pages need to be high quality, and then also it needs to replicate what's on your landing page onto the ads. So I won't be comfortable with Google doing this for me. So for now, if I was going to set up a search campaign, I would move away from this and manually do it yourself. So I'll turn it off. Let's go straight to keywords and ads. So let's change the URL to SEO services. Okay. Into the product you want to advertise. So SEO services, search engine optimization. We'll just stick with these keywords, but what I would recommend you doing is go away and do your own keyword research using the Google Keyword Ads Planner. My final URL will be the SEO services page, so I'll just type that in. And you can also change the display path so it matches your landing page. So final URL is the SEO services page, but as you can see in the sponsored section here, it needs to change to SEO services. And because I've selected lead forms, it's asking me to create a form. What would happen is usually if you select, say, conversions and you had conversions already set up, so you have them on your site already set up correctly and fine, and you won't have to do this. It's because I've selected lead forms as a conversion, it's asking me to add a form in. So in this instance, I will do, but usually I don't do this. So you can just play around with your lead form and you can add a headline, add your business name, add a description about potentially your business, and we can then build this out. Get your free SEO consultation today. So that's like the basic form, but you can start adding in some different fields. So we want the phone number, town, postcode, but from my experience, forms, email should be enough. Because what I'll want them to do is then once this lead comes through, is to get a video call booked in with them. So I can create a video call and get them to have a free SEO consultation. So you can have a call to action, visit site, shop now, download, learn more. So select a call for action. So what I'll probably do is register, call to action, description, book your free SEO free SEO call today. And you can choose more volume, so you're going to get a lot more people to come and fill these forms out. But what I want to do is go for more qualified, so this may result in fewer leads, but it'll be high quality. And it's going to be a high cost per lead, but I'd rather do this than getting loads of garbage, because if you're getting loads of leads in, it's going to clog up your time. You want to get the best possible leads. So you have a submission message as well, and it should say this here, it's been populated, we'll contact you soon. So let's save that. So name, company name, work email, that's fine. And actually maybe town and city. So it'd be nice to know where they are based. So let's save this. Here we are, done. Apply. So my ads will have this as well below. See here, register, book your free SEO call today, which is underneath the headline. So it looks quite nice. And it's a good, clear call to action there. So you want to register to book a free SEO call. So you have different headlines. What I tend to do is add in my own headlines. And what you really want to do is select keywords from your headline. So as you can see here, SEO is there. And this will then increase your ad strength. See, when you start adding in the more keywords, what are relevant to what you are bidding on, you can start to see your ad strength will start to improve when you start adding more keywords to your headlines. Let's try and get to excellent. What else is there? Ad agency, media agency, no. These keywords are not that great, to be fair. They were just there for an example. And you can see Sway Digital, search marketing agency in Manchester, get found online, to get more leads in SEO with SEO and PPC. I'll probably take out the PPC because it's more for SEO leads. Put growth you can count on. Excellent. So we'll just leave this for now. So the business name should be in the URL, or your advertiser's name, your verification name, which is Swedish, and you need to verify your business as well. And this will then show your business name. I've already got a business logo. Site links. So in my site link, I can put free SEO consultation. So I'll add in a link to my calendar so you can book on this and you then click through and book a call. So let's just create this. So you got free SEO consultation. You can see they have their site to appear. Got business name in, and then you can add some call out text. So you could have like different call out text, like what else you do in your business. So you could do SEO audits, technical SEO, and you have link building. You can go one step further. Instead of like listing out the services, focus on the outcome of it. So what is the outcome of link building? So it's more traffic, more visibility, better rankings. So put better rankings for you. Think of an outcome-focused approach. So what does technical SEO do? Well, if you fix that, Google can come and crawl your website more effectively, efficiently. So you want more visibility, but you can get the gist that you can start adding in different bits of call out to make your ad stand out. You want to make sure you're using the opportunities to get attention. So adding all these call out texts, adding the site structures, the structured links, adding all that, because you're taking up more space. It's better because you got more visibility, because there's a lot of competition. So you want your ad to stand out. So you want to make sure that you fill all this information in and do it well. And you've got more asset types. You can add promotions. So you can add a promotion in there. So you have different promotions you can add on. You can have prices on there. So I could put prices on there, which is good because then you pre-qualify people. And you've got structured snippets, and these again gives you a bit more space to highlight the nature of your products and your services. So add a bit more detail around what service you provide. So obviously this is an SEO ad, so I want to show the different services that I have. So you could choose it's different types, shows, service catalog, SEO, audits, create. Just adds a bit more text to your ads. You got your phone number as well and your apps. I'll leave the phone number out because I'm just focusing on getting leads for that submit the leads form. So next, I'd recommend as well just sticking with the recommended budget if you can, because that'll give you a bit more information in terms of it won't run out of budget quickly. Also, it has a bit more room to play about with, especially if you're using broad match keywords. There's a bit of budget then to have available to Google. You can always drop this down, or you can always start lower. So you could set a custom budget and do, say, £10 a day. This might not be enough. It might be enough. They'll get that information back when it's been running for a couple of weeks. So let's do next. Campaign's ready to publish. And there we have it. We have published our first campaign. So if you go to campaigns here, and there's my campaign. And in ad group, you probably want to say SEO lead gen. Because then, it's if you have a PPC one and a link building one, for example, at least you can identify which ad group is which by putting SEO in. Save that. So there you have it. That's how to set up a campaign. I've gone through the steps from for example, from audiences, from what keywords to use, going through the different ads and descriptions, going through the different add-ons as well, such as structured snippets, call-outs, prices, promotions. Adding all that into your ads as well will definitely bulk up your ads so you've got more information there to start your first campaign in Google Ads. Thank you for watching, and also please like and hit the subscribe button as I'll be providing more videos like this in future. Thank you.